to use those first 15 minutes for choosing section B 4 questions. But what is the important part? That 2.5 hours, what to do? That is important question for them. First of all, they should remember the 3 steps. First step, they should read the question carefully. Then they should understand the meaning, and they should solve the question. These 3 steps are related to each other. Until and unless they will not read carefully, they will not understand the meaning. For example, quadratic equation, most of the sums are that they are not able to form the equation. Until and unless the English, means they have to read it carefully, they will understand
word problem.
Word problem. Most of the time they are facing problem in this, and they are creating mistake in that. Again, after that, what you will suggest? What according to you, what they should take care?
Sir, actually, like we have writing time of 2.5 hours. So ideally, I would suggest that they should devote 1 hour to section A and 1 hour to section B. While doing 1 hour for section A has got 4 compulsory questions. So if you divide 1 hour by 4, it comes 15 minutes. So they should take for each question 15 minutes. Like question number 1, they should do in 15 minutes. Then 15 minutes for question number 2. In case they are exceeding 15 minutes, my advice will be just leave that question and come back again when you get extra time, because we are trying to solve the whole paper in 2 hours, not 2.5 hours. Yes. Because if we aim for 2.5 hours, we won't have any revision time left. So aim for 2 hours, solve section A in 1 hour, solve section B also in 1 hour, and the half an hour which is left, again it is divided 15-15. So you can take 15 minutes for revising the paper or solving the questions which you had left earlier. And if you still have more 15 minutes left, you can use that for doing an extra question also, because you already may be knowing or not knowing. So we are telling you this thing that icse is best of thing. So even if you solve 5 questions, your best 4 questions will be selected from section.
Already we have been made a video on that how to manage the timing. So they can refer to that, and that will be, most of the things will be clear for them.
We have made a separate video on time management for the maths paper, so you can just refer to that video in case you are confused. So it's a thing 1 plus 1 and then 15 plus 15. So there are some other things also during the paper. Can you give them some tips regarding what to write in the paper, or how to do, what are the do's and don'ts for the maths paper?
For example, we'll take construction. So construction basically compass rounder. Whenever there 60-degree angle is there, or 90-degree angle is there, or 120-degree angle is there, so they cannot use protector for that. They have to use rounder for that.
Some students do use protractor. I have seen that.
Yes, that also. Second thing, steps of construction. Previously, it was compulsory to write steps of construction, but from many years they have stopped it now. So steps of construction, there is no need to write.
No need of writing steps of construction.
That one more thing I would like to add. And second thing, while drawing the arc, if they have drawn arc in the construction, they should not draw that arc.
I have seen students erasing the arc after the
erasing the arc. So no need to do that. Ulta, they should keep it over there. So while checking the paper, that means the teacher can understand that as he has used or she has used arc and used compass for that. You can see previous question papers also. In question it is clearly mentioned using ruler and compasses only. So that's why they have to stick to these certain things. Again, you can focus on the units also. Just you guide them about the units, and these all rupees and all, you can guide them.
Actually, for any question, like suppose you are getting a question in similarity where you have to mention units, you got the scale factor and all. It's very good to write the units over there. Please mention units, like whether it is centimeter or cubic meters, whatever it is, you should mention the unit. And you have to take a great caution when it comes to rupee and paise. Suppose you are getting the answer as 12.5, and if it is rupees and paise, do not write 12.5, but write that as rupees 12.50, because basically it is 12 rupees and 50 paise. So therefore they have to take precautions like that. One more thing which I would like to tell is that do not cancel any question. Because many times I have observed this thing, what happens is that in the school teacher tells I am going to check the first 4, I am not going to check the 5th question which you have attempted in section D. So many times students, what they do is that suppose the student has done 5, 6, 7, 8 and he has attempted 9th one as extra, he will cut the first one, which is question number 5 from section B. So do not do that, because again I am repeating the same thing, icse takes your best of marks.
Best of section B.
So do not cancel out anything.